In this video, we will consider why it is necessary for every person to build own gold reserve. So, let's start. Most people go to work to earn money, but the work takes their time, financial resources to get to work or to eat something for lunch, as well as strength and energy. Then, they spend their earned money on daily needs, namely, on food, loans on a car, electronics or mortgage, some other bills, etc. That's why most people depend on their job. But it may happen that a person loses his job or becomes incapable of working anymore because of his health problems or doesn't have time. Anything can happen. As a result, there is no salary, and it becomes impossible to pay for daily needs. To avoid such financial problems, some people create assets. Someone buys a property or land for lease or sale, someone shares and bonds, different businesses. Gold is also an asset as a financial safety cushion. It is not extremely profitable, but in terms of reliability, it's the asset number one in the whole world. So, why gold is the best asset? Firstly, money is not reliable. It depreciates, whereas the gold always becomes more valuable. Let's compare the price for gold over the last 10 years. Of course, the price can also fall at some periods of time, but it's made on governmental purposes, and on the whole, you can see the rising tendency. So let's see how it looks like in figures. At the beginning of the century, the measuring unit of gold 1 ounce, that is 31 gram, was worth $200. In 2005, it cost already $420. At the present time, the average price for gold is at the level of $1,200. Let's compare the price for an ingot of 12.5 kilos of gold, 400 ounces, the biggest gold bar produced by gold refineries. In 2005, such bar cost $168,000. Now its price is already $480,000. The second example is how much gold one can buy with $1 million. 45 years ago, in 1970, it was possible to buy 890 kilos of gold for $1 million. In the year of 2000, the amount was already less, 104 kilos. In 2015, one can buy only 25 kilos. So, having bought 890 kilos of gold in 1970, now its price amounts to $34,176,000. This example shows how quickly money loses its purchasing power, so it's better to have gold in hand as a physical metal as paper money on bank account, so that to see how much the money falls in value, let's consider the example with a car. In 1910, 4T model, that was a quality car for respectable people, cost $950. 1 troy ounce was worth $20. Thus, at that time, the price in gold, 950 is divided by 20, was 47.5 ounces. Now back to our time. Today, one of the cars considered as a prestigious one for respectable people is Ford Mustang Shelby JT500. On the 2nd of January 2014, this car was worth almost $58,000. 1 troy ounce on the 2nd of January 2014 was worth $1,220. Hence, the price for the vehicle expressed in gold is the same, 47.5 ounces. This example proves that gold, unlike paper money, is not subject to inflation. The next point is why the gold price will continue to rise. Gold is important to be used not only in jewelry, but it's a metal of strategic importance which is used in different industries because it does not oxidize. It's a crucial point for electronics, vehicles, spacecrafts, household equipment, health industry, and medicine. Therefore, gold is always in demand. Besides, gold is an inexhaustible resource. In the human history, there was mined about 180,000 tons of gold, and only 35–40,000 tons are left on the earth. By the average extraction speed of 2–2.5 thousand tons per year, gold will be mined only the following 20 years. Moreover, if earlier it was enough to wash sand, now gold can be extracted only in industrial ways. Energy and labor costs are increasing. Due to all these facts, the price of the precious metal is increasing as well. During the last 25 years, the global debt increased 31 times to $200 trillion. With such a speed, the collapse of the financial system is inevitable. Money loses its value quicker as it's printed, and gold will always be the only international reserve currency. That is why government and central banks replenish their gold reserves every month, thanks to which they are defended from serious consequences of economic crisis, political cataclysm, etc. As a conclusion, money is not reliable, and gold will always become more valuable. Secondly, it's better to invest in gold bars as in other assets. Let's compare gold and property. Gold is the most liquid asset in the world because it can be sold within 24 hours, whereas to sell property will take much time, not less than during a month. Documents for real estate will have to pass through all the instances. Moreover, if you want to sell your property quickly, it will reduce the price. Selling gold, you get money in the currency of the country where you sell it. New property objects are constantly built, that is why the price change is not significant, and during a crisis even a great drop can be observed. Meanwhile, gold is a limited resource that excludes a reduction of price, and in the period of economic instability, the gold price increases several times. Gold is not subject to depreciation, unlike property, which needs capital repairs in course of time. One can buy gold in small amounts, whereas to buy property one needs to pay big money at once, and by mortgage or installments a buyer loses money on interest rates. Let's compare bars and coins. If to choose between bars and coins, it's necessary to take into account that coins cost twice as much by the same weight because of their artistic value. But while selling a coin, only the weight of pure gold is paid for. You can place bars on a deposit and get revenue from them, what is impossible to do with coins. Let's compare gold and shares. So that to buy shares, one needs a big amount of money, and so that to control them or to play them for profit, it's necessary to have certain knowledge and experience. Besides, ordinary people will rather lose on acquisition of shares than get any profit. Shares as an asset is a great risk, as many companies burst because of different crises, or they are no longer competitive. The gold you bought you have on hand as a precious metal, and shares are only papers. As a conclusion, it's more profitable and secure to invest in gold bars as in real estate, coins, and shares. Thirdly, you can solve many financial problems with a gold reserve. It's a good start for younger generation. Many families, after a child's birth, begin to buy from 1 to 10 grams of gold every month. Therefore, if parents buy 5 grams of gold every month, their child at the age of 21 will possess 1,260 grams of gold. That is in money $47,000. And the question is to you, is such amount a good start for adult life? To buy property, a car, or for education? The next example is how people arrange their well-off old age regardless of a pension plan. If a person during 40 years buys 1 ounce of gold every month, he will possess 480 ounces to the end of this period. It's about $576,000. If to make a deposit at the rate of 5% per year, the sum will amount to $35,000 per year. That is about $3,000 per month. Besides, your children will inherit this gold. The question is again to you, whether this sum is a good supplementary pension or not. Summing up the information about gold, I'd like to say that the price for gold is rising and will continue to rise. That will bring your profit from your investment. Gold is the best investment to save your income from inflation. Thirdly, gold is financial freedom, a good start for young generation, safe and stable additional income in your middle and elderly age. Now you can answer the question yourself, why it is necessary for every person to build own gold reserve. So if your decision is yes, I want to have gold, in the next video I'll show you where you can buy it, what advantages you will get, and where are the best conditions not only for purchasing, but also speaking of the services provided by the companies. Now, thank you for your attention. See you in the next video.